Hi, welcome to Brainweaver's Retail Management System. In today's session, we will discuss about one of the payment recovery feature, bill submission. From the work center, in the bottom you can see prepare bill submission. The meaning is, suppose you are doing a business of electrical and hardware shop. There may be different customers. You will be giving credit business to them. To few customers, you may be giving 15 days credit, 30 days credit, 45 days credit. Depend upon the credit worthiness or the payment recovery criteria, you may be giving them different credit periods. And normally, you may be getting new orders from the customers either by telephonic call, WhatsApp, email, or any request by fax. You will prepare the goods, you will generate the invoice, and you may be sending the materials to the customer's warehouse through your driver. The driver will carry all the invoice copies, packing list, delivery challan, everything. The driver will be carrying these documents. In some cases, there is a possibility that the driver may give the delivery in the warehouse and drop all the supporting documents, including invoice, into the hands of warehouse manager or storekeeper. There is a possibility of misplacing of this invoice, or there is a chances of not reaching the invoice copy into the right hands who is handling the accounts. In such cases, in your books of accounts, you have already accounted the new invoices, but in the books of accounts of the customer, since the document is not reached in the right hands of the accountant, there is a possibility that the customer's books of accounts do not have the new sales transaction that you have processed. To avoid these issues, and normally you will be expecting the fund after the stipulated credit period, but since the new sales entries are not booked in the books of customer's account, they will not process any payment because it is not reported into the accounts department. To avoid these discrepancies or misunderstanding, periodically, to say in every month, you can submit whatever invoices you have raised or issued to a specific customer. You can prepare a covering letter mentioning all the invoice details relating to the previous month, along with a copy of all the invoices in a professional manner, and you can submit that covering letter along with invoice copies into the accounts department of the customer. By doing this, the customer's accountant is getting a chance to reconcile and ensure that all the invoices are booked into the accounts of the customer. So you can reconcile your book as well as customers' books of accounts periodically so that there will not be any delay in making the payment within the date range or credit period you have granted to a specific customer. Here, for example, let us go to the chart of accounts. Let us filter the customers' accounts only. All the customers you can see in the chart of accounts Also on the right side you can see at the moment what is the receivables. For example, customer Anand. Here we can see at the moment the amount receivables is 1,30,578. By pressing the enter key, system will display you the details of all the general transactions in the books of customer Anand for a quick reference. So let us make a or create a bill submission to intimate the customer Anand that so and so bills are remain pending or outstanding. Please acknowledge it and process the payment. That intimation we can communicate with your customer with the help of bill submission. To invoke the bill submission from the work center, we can choose in the bottom side, we can see bill submission. Here choose the customer as customer Anand. Whatever customer's ledger account you have created, that will be appeared in this list. Choose customer Anand. Now we have to choose which bills you need to submit to this customer Anand. Normally we will make a practice of submitting all the invoice copies relating to the previous month. If you are following this in a routine level, here for demonstration purpose, I will just show you picking few of the invoices with big amount that only we will choose in this bill submission. Here we can see the bill number, the bill date, what is the total bill amount, how much partial receipts we have received against each bill, and at the moment what is the balance amount in each bill. That information you can see in this list. Here the first bill 156, the bill amount is 68,000. Out of that 8,257 we have already received earlier as a part payment we received, and at the moment the balance receivables to us is 59,743. So I am resubmitting this bill again to the customer. To choose the another bill, you can press down arrow, and again I am choosing bill number 658. This is also the net bill amount is 68,000, and we haven't received anything against this bill. I am including this bill also. Another one is 673. The total bill amount is 3,750, and this bill is also remain as balance receivables to us. One more invoice I am submitting, bill number 817. So in this bill submission, these are the bills I wish to resubmit and request the customer to acknowledge, reconcile, and also making a request to the customer to make the payment at the earliest. So here we can see total 4 bills we have included in this bill submission. Here is the total amount. Once the bill selection is completed, we can save this bill submission by clicking the save button. Now here we can see system will generate a bill submission like this. Our company information, to whom this bill submission is addressed to, who is the contact person of the customer, his contact number. Here we can see, dear sir, madam, we are hereby submitting the following bills for your acknowledgement. Submission number so and so, on which date we are issuing this bill submission, and what is the total submission amount, and the breakup of all the invoice details. And in the down below we can see, hope you will look into the matter and do the needful. Our bank details will appear here. Along with this covering letter, you need to attach or enclose a copy of all the invoices you have mentioned in this bill submission. So, upon the receipt of this bill submission along this covering letter and invoice copies, the customer's accountant can verify their books of accounts and confirm that is there any missing invoices are there, that can be reconciled very easily if you are doing this or making this practice of sending bill submissions on every month for all the invoices you have issued to this customer relating to the previous month. So this is a professional method of intimation to the customer also that so and so bills are relating to the previous month. Please acknowledge it, verify it, and also process the payment. In this way, we can very effectively communicate with all your customers, and in every month we can also reconcile your books of accounts in an effective method. So instead of waiting for the ledger account reconciliation or verification in the end of each financial year, in every month by sending such bill submission, you can ensure that details as per your books of accounts as well as customers' books of accounts are in the same page. This feature is very useful for the accounts department, especially for reconciling and acknowledging all the invoice copies they have received it in the beginning of each month. Similarly, if you wish to generate any of the bill submission that we have prepared earlier, by clicking this print all button, whatever submissions we have prepared, that will be listed here. If you want to generate or take the printout of the bill submission again, you can choose it, and by clicking this go button, you can generate or take the printout of this bill submission again. It is not mandatory that you can include a bill one time in a bill submission, because it is required to remind the customers maybe several times. In rare case, your customer will request you to resubmit the invoice copies because we haven't received it or we have misplaced it. In such cases also, you can resubmit the invoices even if you have submitted it earlier. And by clicking this status button, whatever bills you have included in the bill submissions, that will appear in this list. At the same time, after issuing the bill submissions, suppose you have received few payments later and you have already received that payments into the system, by clicking this status button. In this list also you can very easily understand. Here for example, the recent bill submission number was 36. Under the bill submission number 36 we have included 4 invoices, and in the right side you can see at the moment how much is balance, that we can see here. So by clicking this status button we can also get an information about out of the bills we have submitted, how many bills are still remain pending to receive the balance amount. If any of the invoices customer has paid us fully, that invoices will disappear from this list if you click on the status button, so that we can very easily identify how much bills are still pending to receive the amount via the various bill submissions we have submitted to the customers. In this way, we can very effectively communicate periodically with your customers for making payment follow-up, submitting all the invoice copies to the accounts department of your customer to ensure that no invoices are missed and the customer's accountant has recorded all the invoices in their books of accounts. The another feature we will discuss today is one of the utility feature, enquiry management. Whatever business enquiries are coming into your business, you can record all such inquiry with name of the person who has enquired, what is the contact number, and by mentioning a brief of the enquiry, you can report that enquiries. This feature also you can utilize depend upon the nature of the company. For example, if there are various sales executive or marketing executives are there in your company, you may be sending different executive to different route on every day. Each executive will bring contact information on daily basis. All the executives inquiry or contact details or how many customers each executive has met on each day, that customers information you can record in this inquiry management system, and based on the inquiry the concerned person can every day make business follow up, and this lead you can generate into the business by making proper follow up. Suppose this is the inquiry we have already entered into the system, and today if you want to make any further follow up with this inquiry, by clicking this modify button, here we can see how many times we have contacted this person before and what was the reply he has given to us. All that we can see here. Here we can see on 18th January we have contacted this customer or inquiry person. Again, if we are making again today a further follow-up call, what is the reply this person is giving to us, you can mention it here. For example, it told he will give us the order in the next week. Suppose When we called him today, this is the reply we received, that he told us he will make or give us a new order in the next week. That feedback we can mention here. On 20th January 2024. Once you have entered the feedback, by pressing the save button, we can update that enquiry. The benefit is, suppose you have appointed some person to make only for making telephone calls to these new enquiries. End of each day or end of each week, you can make an analyze report that during a specific interval of time, to say from 15th January 2025 to 20th January 2025, I want to know the concerned person has called or make follow up with how many enquiries. That report you can generate by entering the date range and clicking this print to button. There are several enquiries you can see in the list. Out of that, the concerned person has made a follow up with these 5 enquiries only. On what date he has made this follow up, that we can see here, last updated on. And when we have received this original enquiry was, here we can see the date on which we received this enquiry, and in the end we can see the date on which we have contacted this enquiry as follow up. And after making the follow up, what is the reply we have received, that also we can see here. So in this way, you can very efficiently manage or monitor the person who is assigned for making follow-up calls. This feature is very useful if you are appointing some person to make enquiry follow-ups. You can very easily find out the daily activities of that person who is engaged in the customer follow-up or enquiry follow-up. And by generating this report, we can very easily identify the productivity of this person. The another utility feature is task management. You can assign the important task. There may be different tasks to be done on priority in your business on daily basis. That priority works you can assign to your various staff, and every day or at the time of the deadline, you can review that task with the concerned person and take the feedback and update it. This feature is also very useful without failing any of your important things to be done. Instead of keeping all in your mind or writing in your personal diary, we can manage all your important things in this task management or to-do list and assign this task to various staff in an effective method. Once the task is finished, we can also, by clicking the close button, we can move this pending task to the finished task. For example, in the pending task, there are 3 tasks we can see here in the top side. By placing the cursor on the first task and by clicking the close button, system will ask us a confirmation, do you want to proceed? If I click on yes, what will happen is the pending order system will move into the finished task area. In this way, we can very easily or efficiently manage task management in Brainweaver's e-trade retail management system. By clicking this contact bank, whatever enquiries are coming into your business, you can collect the contact person name, phone number, if there is any email address is available that you can add in the contact bank. The benefit is you can make use of this contact information for any business promotional activities. For example, by sending digital coupon, offer catalogs, any other sales promotional offers if you are managing or planning, and you can intimate with these people who are registered in the contact bank. Later, suppose there is a contact information called Suraj. This is the number. On 19 January, we have created this contact. If you have issued a digital coupon to this person, by clicking this modify button, we can mention here in the remarks area that send digital coupon worth rupees 250 on 20th January 2025. We can put a remark like send digital coupon worth rupees 250 on 20th Jan 2025. After entering this remark by clicking this add button, we can update this. As a part of sales promotional activities, if you are sending digital coupons and offer catalogs to all your walk-in customers as well as the numbers that are registered in this data bank or contact bank, you can very easily identify by clicking this modify button. We can very easily identify whether we have issued digital coupon or offer catalog to this specific customer in the past, that we can very easily identify. If you record the digital coupon and gift voucher or offer catalogs, if you have sent this customer, then you can mention in the remark area and you can record it digitally for future follow up and tracking of this inquiry that we have already issued 2 times or 3 times sales promotional digital coupon and offer catalog. You can also make healthy follow up with this customer to make this lead into converting into the business. By clicking this whitelisted button, system will display you out of this huge number of contact bank, how many contacts we have already converted into business and who they are, that we can identify by clicking this whitelisted button. Out of this huge list, these 2 contacts we have already converted into the business. And by clicking this under conversion button, What are the contacts? They haven't purchased any product from us. Still, we are making proper follow-up to convert this lead into the business. This information also we can generate with the help of this contact bank. There are so many utility features like enquiry management, quick order and post sheet preparation against each order, task management or to-do list, preparation of short note, gift voucher and digital coupon preparation, offer catalog preparation, preparation of budget and generating the variance report. All such utility features are available in Brainweaver's retail management system. In the next session, we will discuss it one by one. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.